From Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Roddy Rob, Adam Baum, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
All right, thank you for joining us. This is the Wednesday show for Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. My name is Adam Baum. I am your host this evening. Joining me via satellite from a cave in a dark place that we don't want to know about is the Bionic One, Brian. What is going on, sir?
Hello. Nothing much. Thanks for asking. No, I was laughing during the intro just because our opener is it's a little outdated. There's a few people that are like not even with the company anymore, and yeah, we need to kind of update it a little bit, kind of jazz it up a little bit.
Well, maybe if you lay off your addiction of being the admin of 1,000 different social media pages.
Fair enough. That's very true.
Because I believe back in the MOWP Spoiled by Brian days, we used to have a new video intro every 90 days or so.
I don't know about 90 days, but yeah, it was every now and again. But
that's about 4 times a year.
Yeah, it's been about like I don't know,
6 months to, I think, since quarantine probably. We are coming at you live on YouTube. Our lieutenants on there currently, Christopher Stykeleather, Daniel Price, Juan Rodriguez, our favorite Juan. We love you, Juan.
Yeah. The only Juan.
The only Juan. Should have been Juan, as Stevie would say. So we're gonna run down some dirt sheets, a couple notes, a debut. Then Brian and I are gonna pick our match of the night, segment of the night, marked out moment, and petty award. I'm just going to preview in advance, Brian.
Yeah.
My petty award tonight might be the most petty of all time, but I think it's valid, just to give you a little tease. I'm just saying.
I cannot believe that you have said some petty things on here. I mean, as have I, and Rob as well, but you, sir, have been petty, so I am.
I think this one is one of the pettiest, if not the most petty. But we'll get there.
Okay.
So we got a couple dirty things to talk about. The first one is no longer a dirt sheet. Brian and I have probably the most obvious debut or new signing ever in AEW, and that is Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah. Now, I gotta say, before we get into the AEW stuff, Kyle O'Reilly, kudos to you. Very professional of you to sign an extension with WWE to allow them to finish your story arc at the pay-per-view. I thought that was very professional of him. He didn't have to.
I thought Gargano did that. He did that also?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Wait, am I confusing it?
I mean, he could have. I don't think he did it right before. I feel like Gargano did that. He signed like a week extension just so he could.
No, because Kyle O'Reilly at the last event, was battling for at War Games was battling for the tag titles.
Yeah, okay, so I guess he must have did the same thing then, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just looked like.
I don't know, Adam.
Yeah, I don't know.
Board, help us out.
Yeah. So, but regardless, he debuts tonight for AEW, and the blood feud that existed since the Undisputed Era broke up, I guess, it's kayfabe, brother. We don't. There were people talking about it on IWC tonight, but I don't think it matters, Brian. Like that they were fighting when they left WWE.
No, that doesn't really matter. I mean, they can, and time has also passed. So if they really wanted to fill in the gaps with like what happened, why are they all of a sudden now teaming when last time we saw them, they were fighting? I don't know. They could probably clue us in.
But you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I don't even know if they exactly. I don't think they don't.
You shouldn't acknowledge it. How many guys were feuding in ECW that then went on to both be together in another company? They didn't.
Right.
They didn't continue it
happens
on.
a lot.
Yeah, I mean, in every company, you can insert name of company and put the other company at the end. It happens all the time.
Totally.
But the one thing that I saw on Twitter, looking at it before we went live, that I did kind of agree with, and I think is a valid point, Brian, is very simply AEW and their superstars have been very, very critical of WWE creative and how it's shit and how the booking is shit. Hell, we've said it several times, right?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes.
So here they are taking a WWE creation and they're putting it on their TV.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a WWE creation.
Did these three guys?
okay.
Did these three guys, were they together before they got to NXT?
Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish were.
Well, they were a tag team though.
They were a tag team, like for.
But was Adam Cole with them in any sense?
No,
Okay.
he was with Kyle O'Reilly, I believe. They were a tag team together, but I don't think Bobby Fish was included at that point. I don't think they were ever a trio outside of NXT.
I'm just saying, like, this is something that they got pushed and booked to the moon over there, and AEW can't just pick and choose when they want to say, well, this is good and this was bad, on what they want to copy or what they want to emulate is I guess my point.
It's not copying though.
It's not copying if it wasn't so obvious.
What do you mean obvious?
You got two-thirds of the original Undisputed Era on your show, and another one's a free agent. You know, we're gonna bring him in, and there we go. We got faction galore already, and you know, quick fast forward. I don't wanna, since this is just the dirt sheet part, but you know, the Bucks obviously concerned now. Adam Cole has two other playmates.
Sure, yeah, they're taking away their new toy. That's right.
What does this mean? Because I feel like Undisputed Era has always been like kind of a DX type of heel.
Yeah.
They're definitely, from a kayfabe standpoint, heel. But everybody loves them. The fans cheer them. Yeah. They do boom. You know, I mean, everything goes along with them, which to me is the why I compare them to DX. I'm not comparing their personalities or anything else, just that aspect. And the Bucks, them heel or face, I feel is like too cool. Like Scotty 2 Hotty and Brian Christopher, like great.
That's what you're comparing the Bucks as?
Yeah, like for them to be heels or faces, I compare them to Too Cool.
Speaking of Too Cool, by the way, did you see Scotty 2 Hotty is facing Joey Janela for I think it's at Game Changer.
Why?
Because he just left WWE. He wants to wrestle dates.
So
that's where you go.
Joey Janela. Wow.
Yeah.
Daniel Price says, Adam, here you go. It's gone from shock the system to mock the system. Stike says, Undisputed Era was all Triple H's vision. They had a one tag match in Ring of Honor, Cole and Strong versus Red Dragon. I mean, I always felt, I didn't know that, Stike, thank you, but I always felt that Undisputed Era was like Triple H and DX type.
Right.
The way it was run, the way it was booked, just the alignment of it all. You know, whenever there was a Billy Gunn or Road Dogg absence, you had X-Pac to throw in there. That's kind of what Roddy was. He was, we're going to throw into the Outlaws that Fish and O'Reilly were.
Oh, come on. Put some respect on fucking Roddy's name.
What the hell is... what did Juan say? If it walks like a duck?
If it walks like a duck, it's duck, Brian. I think I think I was in reference to, that was a while ago, man. What did he say? Something about wrestling being bad or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he said wrestling let me down. What a finish! Just so fucking predictable.
Oh, that's what he said. Okay, wrestling let me down. Wow.
So that's the other thing. I mean, other than the Kyle O'Reilly part here, since Juan was saying something about the predictability, because he's right. He's just right, Brian. Like, you knew that this match wouldn't see a clean finish. You knew the Bucks were going to come down. You knew the Best Friends were going to come down and to make
you didn't
this.
know Kyle O'Reilly was going to show
Right,
up.
but that's the only part that was different.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
I mean, that's the only part you couldn't have predicted out of this match.
Mm-hmm. So where do you think this is going to lead to? Like a, I don't know, Elite versus Bet. Well, no, we already did that. Didn't they do that last week?
I don't know. Is this a Super Click Elite? What the fuck did I write down? I don't even know what the word I came up with.
Super Click Dragon. It's red.
Super Click Undisputed Elite Dragon Era Red. Whatever.
Kingdom.
All right. So before we get to match tonight and stuff, so we got Kyle O'Reilly. According to you, we have Wyndham on the horizon still.
Oh, buddy, he is so on the horizon. It's not even fucking fun. I thought he was going to be here at Winter's Coming, but
and Brody King, they basically showed him. So, when's it going to end, Brian?
What? Just bringing in top fucking tier names?
I mean, okay.
Never, Adam.
In fairness, I don't know how top tier Brody King is.
Well, as far as big men go, young big men, and he fitting the mold as far as House of Black goes and building his own faction.
Dude,
Perfect.
You don't need to sell me on his future.
Chef's kiss.
He is not a blue chip currently.
Blue chip.
He's up there with Veer Mahan.
No, Veer Mahan is coming to Raw.
Dude, and Brody King is coming to AEW. Right now, they are even.
Well, wait, they didn't show him tonight, did they? Did I just miss it?
No, I don't. No, they didn't show. I'm just teasing. Teasing.
All right.
The other dirt sheet I wanted to talk about that came out was it's not really AEW related, but it's worth noting because there were so many AEW stars involved. The Ring of Honor tribute show. Apparently, Kevin Owens came out and said that WWE didn't necessarily prevent them from doing the show. Ring of Honor never asked them.
No. It's not. It wasn't a tribute show. It was their last.
I mean, yeah. Sorry, I misspoke.
Right. It was their last show, and not necessarily doing the show, but during the show, they aired packages from a bunch of like CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and a few other people that are currently with AEW. Did some nice packages and just talked about their time in Ring of Honor. Now, there was like a lot of speculation. I mean, I even said it too. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, did they not ask WWE people? Or I'm sure they just asked them and WWE shot them down. But apparently, according to Kevin Owens, and this is a quote, he said, the answer is quite simple. Ring of Honor didn't ask any of the wrestlers from WWE to do that, nor contacted anyone at WWE. And this was on a French podcast. I could read it in French if you want. Will that be better? Je m'appelle... No, I can't do French. He said, I knew it was going to be their last show, but I didn't think to send a video so they could play it at the show. I've watched it. I was at a WWE show, and I was watching it on my phone. So it was not something that I simply ignored. I've read some people on the internet saying that probably WWE didn't let us do it, but that's incorrect. It's just ROH didn't ask. He's like, and I bet if they did, we would have done it. But that wasn't the case. So that's right from the horse's mouth right there. I'm surprised they didn't even like pitch it. Like Samoa Joe, fucking Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins even.
So
I don't know, man.
DP has a couple comments here I think worth reading. The first one is 3 years from now, after AEW is shut down, Brian will still be talking about Wyndham that Wyndham's coming. The other thing he said, and I think this might be a valid point to go along that would make sense with what KO is saying. He says that it was a promo package for AEW. Most of those AEW guys that were doing the promos went through and got big in WWE first. But, it was a shot. Like, maybe Tony said, hey, if you're going to ask that, you either ask them or us. We can't be on the show together.
Nah, I don't think. I mean, I'm not saying that didn't happen. I have no idea. I didn't hear that, but I feel like that wouldn't be. I mean, Tony also supplied, like, he let FTR show up. He let a few other people. Who else showed up? Someone else showed up.
Feliz Navidad, Juan.
Oh, where's he going? Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Stike says, I said this from Adam Cole's debut in AEW, should have been on his own. Dude, all these people should be on their own. Stike, check the fucking tape. We've been talking about that forever. So let's go to match of the night, Brian.
Yeah, all right.
And then we'll go segment of the night, and then we'll do the awards. Marked out and petty. What was your match of the night?
Match of the night. You know what? And I might get shit for this.
Probably will.
Yeah. That main event, that 6-man, specifically, Darby Allin, man. That guy is just, he goes a fucking million miles per second. That dive that he did to the outside, MJF fucking eating shit almost. Kind of ate shit. I mean, he did eat shit.
But it's a 6-man tag with,
and everyone had the face paint.
It's a 6-man tag, Brian.
CM Punk
with one tag team and 4 solo wrestlers.
4 solo wrestlers. I'm sorry, what?
It's a 6-man tag with 1 tag team and 4 singles wrestlers.
No. I mean, Sting and Darby Allin have tagged together before. CM Punk, I mean, you could make the argument he's a singles wrestler. MJF, he's tagged.
I'm not talking about the way that they're booked. I'm talking about who they are.
Okay.
Darby's never held the tag titles with Sting.
They've gone for him, though.
Darby has held the TNT title. Before Sting was even there, Darby was a very featured player in the singles division. Was he not?
Say it again. Repeat that. I didn't hear.
Before Sting's debut, Darby was a very featured player in the singles division.
Correct. And the TNT title.
Well, I'm saying even before that, he had a match, I think, against Jericho or against Mox or somebody for the title. Like, I mean, he's been involved. He was one of the last guys to still be on his own.
Yeah.
Before he got saddled with Sting. Yeah. And Punk.
Actually, MJF is a tag team wrestler. He wrestled on a pay-per-view for the belts. You remember?
With Chris Jericho, who he hasn't been with since.
That's not relevant, but he still went after the tag team championships.
Okay, but he has not ever wrestled with that man before or since.
He's danced with him.
Okay. Anyway, so you're gonna stick by your 6-man. And your reasoning is because of the MJF spot and their face paint was cool.
And their face paint was cool. Sting had fists on his face. Punk didn't paint the whites of his like he just had a lot of white around his eyes. I think that's why it looked a little weird.
I did think Sting's paint looked a little cool.
It was all right.
I thought it looked cool in like concept, like. If somebody were to do a painting of that, cool. To have him wrestle with that, no. Daniel Price says Brian dies on a lot of dumb hills. You really do, Brian. You're terrible at picking your battles. There's like good ones that you could like be like, you're just fucking wrong, Adam. And here's why you're wrong. And I'm so right. And right now you're like, but they had cool face paint. And
I hated it at first, but then the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? They're having fun. It's the holidays. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. Why not paint your face?
Our lieutenants are talking about some match from Japan where Sting dives on the outside to Rude, and nearly breaks his back. Being similar to the
Rude. That's how Rude hurt his back initially.
Right. So.
Oh, that's what he said. No, was Sting involved on that dive? I don't think he was. I think it was. No, Sting threw MJF. Or was it? I forget who it was. MJF was in the ring and someone threw him out of the ring. And then FTR, they were on the outside and they were there to catch him. I don't think Sting was on the outside with them. I think Sting was in the ring.
Yes, DP says he ended his career.
Well, yeah, that was why he ended up getting hurt and ended up getting a lot of that was when he got like, I don't know if did he have drug problems and stuff or pill problems?
Probably from the pain of breaking your neck. Everybody who broke their neck seems to end badly. Benoit. I don't know how Kurt's doing it. It's a tribute, to be honest, because he was at one time caught with a duffel bag full of painkillers just to get by. So I don't know how. But yeah, Juan is saying he almost crippled MJF tonight.
That wasn't Sting's fault. That wasn't Sting's fault.
I'm gonna match of the night.
Yeah, what was yours, man?
Mine, I'm gonna go erase the debut and all the bullshit that happened after the Bucks show up, and I really enjoyed Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, that was a good match too.
A lot of people I know that are like wrestling fans are like, oh, here comes the guy with his hands in his pocket, but they don't stay in his pocket. It's the buildup of a match. It's everybody went fucking crazy when I was a kid for Hulkamania. Why? Because he would get beat down for a little while, and then he would Hulk up. Yeah. Well, Orange Cassidy is a variation of that. He keeps his hands in his pocket until the point where he's like, I'm going to fight.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with it. I think it's a fucking massively impressive to do any moves with your hands in your pocket. From a kip up to anything.
Right. Well, that surprises me, man. I didn't think you were an Orange Cassidy fan. I don't think we've ever discussed that before.
Dude, there's a lot of wrestlers. I'm not a fan of all the factions. Okay? And check the tape, Brian. There was a time with WWE where I was like, they need like 4 factions. They need to get back to like DX and Nation and Corporate and Ministry. I'm sure you remember because it's not like I said it once. I said it many times. Oh, we need some factions. And now I got an entire fucking company full of factions, and I'm like, no, please stop. You win. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's just too much. It makes it seem like when once there was like Inner Circle, and you were like, okay.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
Who runs the yard? Inner Circle runs the fucking yard.
Right.
Okay. Then there was like, oh, we gotta throw all these in. Yeah. At the beginning, a lot of these guys were perfect in singles gimmicks. Best Friends were always aligned with Orange Cassidy, but they didn't come out every fucking time.
Yeah.
It was just...
Now they're in chaos.
Yeah.
Don't forget about chaos.
Oh, God. Super Click. Elite. Yeah. Super Click.
Robert is back. Robert's back at the studio.
Oh yeah, you heard him beeping out there.
I just want to say on the YouTube for everyone that's watching, the layout right now, it's pretty wild, Adam. I gotta say, you got it. You have it set up pretty interesting.
Cool. Let's see what else is going on. We have a match tonight on the board. I'm going to read Stykes because we didn't talk about it, Brian, but he's right. It was the only match tonight that had any stakes, and that was Ruby and Nyla.
True. It's true.
And I will say I bitch about, singles matches tonight. Wardlow had one, Ruby and Nyla. Well, the women usually have one. Yeah. You had Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole. So there was a good bit of singles matches. It's just then there's the brawl at the end. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Another award, I forget.
The next one is segment of the night. While you're thinking of yours, I'll go first.
I actually have it, but you're ready. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was the Britt Baker Christmas segment.
Really? Okay.
With her calling out Rio, trying to build that feud. It sucks. It sucks that we only get one women's match to Dynamite.
Yeah.
So this is what she's relegated to, but I do think she does it very well. I will say I fucking hate that Tony is like on her side and does the DMD now and all that stuff. I liked in the beginning much better when she would kind of shit on him.
No.
It felt like, again, I'm probably we got to get a jar for how many times I can put a quarter in for each time I mention DX tonight. But yeah. I used to love when DX would always pick on Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Like he was always the target there.
Right, they would shit on him. Yeah.
Yeah. Mean Gene was always there to, help Hogan get pumped. So they had their camaraderie backstage. Like, it's important. Their dichotomy, and part of what made Britt great was her fucking shitting all over Tony.
Well, now he's not fighting back. I think that's what the...
Yeah, but we already have that in Rebel.
Yeah.
We already have it.
Also, I mean, with Adam Cole being there, too, maybe that's also why their dynamic changed. Because Adam Cole came after... he didn't come after him. No, he did on TV. He came after him on TV, and he also goes after him on Twitter.
But he did that once, and that was after. As soon as she won the belt, and I said that this was a mistake then. When Britt Baker won the title, Tony Schiavone should have been hugging her in Gorilla, not at the top of the ramp.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Kayfabe is kayfabe. And I don't want to mention, too many people here, but Stephanie McMahon's always a great one. That woman is a royal fucking bitch on TV. And outside of her character on TV, she is a very nice woman who donates a lot of her time to charity organizations, and stuff like that. A mom of 3 women, and stuff like that is just, she's everything I've read, she's a very nice person who does a lot for her community or for the less fortunate. But her character is just a shitball. Tony could be still his character at odds with Britt if he hugs her in Gorilla instead of the top of the ramp.
Tomato.
Okay, that's fair. That is the best.
Fair? I didn't think that was actually applicable. I thought you were going to make fun of me for saying that.
No, I think that's so much better than your dying on a bad hill. I think that was a perfect way to say it. Like, to each their own. I mean, it's a difference of maybe 10 yards that I'm just talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah. Segment of the night still though. Tony with the mistletoe was also funny.
Yeah.
What was your segment of the night, Brian?
We didn't even talk about it tonight, but how about them setting up the rematch for Danielson Hangman 2?
Well, see, and we would have picked it up in anything else if it didn't get covered in awards, but yes, the talk of adding the judges.
I love it.
Do you? Because I think that means it goes 60 minutes automatically.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Why would you ever bring in judges if you're not going 60 minutes? And again, Tony Khan thinking he's fucking brilliant. This is a ripoff of another old gimmick somewhere else. This isn't anything original.
Everything's a ripoff of something. Everything came from somewhere.
No, but I mean, you can swerve it.
Even going back to like Shakespearean time.
Yeah, but you can swerve it.
Well, yeah, you could swerve it. You could change a little bit.
Yeah. Romeo and Juliet live, and their families all die. Instead, they kill all their families instead of their families poisoning.
And then they eat them.
Yes. Cannibal and Juliet.
There. Well, yeah. I think that's it.
There you go. Hashtag.
Network, right?
Yeah, we got
WWE Studios. We don't have like marked out.
We have time on our hands now with the Monday show going away, so maybe we can replace it with these ideas of these great
that's true
movie shows we come up with. On the board, real quick. Some Juan says Britt Baker's the fabulous Moolah, only women wrestler without a real challenge for the next 10 years. Yeah, I agree and disagree. Juan, I think if they were allowed to have more than one woman on at a time, match-wise on Dynamite, I think their division's getting there. I think it's a little premature to add a second belt, but I think that's they're adding the second belt, just like he says, because Britt's going to hold that title for a very long time. And Brian says, or Daniel Price says, I could show Adam a tweet that could make him change his mind about that.
Ooh.
I don't know what which part he's talking.
I don't know either.
I'm curious. NWA already did the judges. It means they're going to have another draw. Yeah. I mean,
it could just be a way just to get just to bring in 3 legendary names. Like, okay, that we could bring in Bret Hart. We could bring in
AEW AEW does not do rematches, correct, Brian?
Bob Backlund. I mean, you guys have said that, but I mean, obviously they do. Right?
The loophole is when there's a draw.
Well, yeah.
That's and I hate that they're using it too frequently. I don't mind rematches. I know it got fucking crazy when Miz and Shane O'Mac were fighting for 8 or 9 months in WWE. I'm not saying, like, don't go that overboard, but you're allowed to have best of threes. You're allowed to have rematches. You don't have to have fucking draws to do that. Tony Lopez, welcome. He says TNT title's changing. I don't know if he means when it goes to TBS or not. I think they're going to keep calling it the TNT. Who knows? Maybe they call it the TV title. But isn't that being defended, Brian, on Rampage? Sammy Guevara and Cody Rhodes, isn't that?
Sammy and Cody, man. Yeah. Which, hey, it'll be a good match at least.
I think that's a terrible... Okay, before I say I think this is a terrible idea, is this not happening right now?
What do you mean?
The match.
What do you mean? Is it happening right now?
Cody and Sammy are fighting right now, and it's being taped.
Oh, could be. I don't know if Rampage is. Oh, well, it's probably not live. Yeah.
So spoilers are going to come out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home didn't come out. Hey, Robert.
He said, "Hey."
I want to join you.
Hey.
Where's
he going?
I don't know. He's looking for something. His mic's right there. So that's what he's looking for.
Oh, you were looking for the microphone, Rob?
Oh. All right. So we'll catch him up and get his opinion, but let's get through to the end. Segment of the night for Stike was Britt Baker. Marked out award and petty. My marked out award. I want to go first because I'm excited about this one, Brian. You ready?
Okay.
You ready?
So ready.
It's for Wardlow.
War Dog.
You know why?
Why?
Back-to-back weeks in a featured spot on Dynamite with this roster that they don't know how to book properly. He's had singles victories back-to-back weeks. I feel like they're trying to set him up and build him back up so that he can have a worthy breakup with MJF.
Where does he go from there?
Oh, after that, he goes nowhere.
Wow.
What's your marked out moment, Brian?
My marked out moment. How about the package for the Owen Hart tournament? That's I mean, obviously we've been talking about it, we've been hearing about it, but seeing it on TV, seeing their wrestlers talking about it and getting excited, seeing the bracket, seeing the fucking animation and just everything. Ah.
So you set me up, so I just gotta do it. I gotta go to my petty now because you set it up.
Fucking detail, petty. Attention to fucking detail.
I did that on purpose. I hate when he's just big and I sit in the middle.
So you just have a blank spot on the screen, right? Like nothing is there. It's a whole blank spot. I don't care to fill it with anything. You just want to leave it blank because you don't care how it looks overall.
That's a new segment that I'm doing. It's what did Adam do?
It's what does Adam not care about the details on?
Well, welcome, Rody Rob, to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Devil's in the details.
So, my petty award, and this is very important, Brian.
Yes.
I want you to hear me clearly. They show the Owen Hart video package.
Yeah.
With the and you know, at the end they're like, you know, the tournament's coming, the finals are going to be at Double or Nothing, and then they're like immediately segue into the TBS tournament match between Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho.
Okay.
They immediately, so they're teasing a tournament, and the next segment is the tournament that they're not even done with.
Wait, this isn't your petty award?
This is my petty. I know it's a tribute to Owen Hart. I know he's dead, but you're announcing a fucking tournament, and then you're cutting right to a tournament that isn't even done.
Right. It's like getting seconds when your plate isn't even finished. Maybe.
Daniel Price says this isn't the Owen Hart tournament. It's the exploitation of a dead Canadian who died tragically.
Oh,
Cup.
bullshit.
Dude. Can I just say? Sorry, we're coughing. Hold on.
Yeah, pop all over.
I agree with you, Juan. Owen Hart is being exploited.
Great.
Can I just?
No, he's up.
Look,
Oh.
I will say the unpopular thing here because
Unpopular?
unpopular. I'm going to say the unpopular thing here. I'm just going to say it. When did Owen Hart die?
97, 98? 98?
How many years?
Over 20 years ago.
So over 20
Closer
years?
to 25.
25 years ago? Okay.
Yeah.
I think too soon is okay now. I think we're out of that too soon era, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, shitty tournament. Sorry.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I'm hearing all this shit. I'm hearing people going, oh, Owen Hart would feel disrespected. And Owen Hart this and Owen Hart that.
No,
Owen Hart's been dead for
said
25 years. I mean,
Where
seriously.
Are you getting, who are you talking to?
That's what I heard when I came in.
Heard from where?
From Adam.
No.
Yeah,
What?
I did.
What?
I heard from Adam.
What did I?
Yeah.
You are making this up.
What did I say? I wasn't listening to him.
Somebody was being, oh wait, Owen Hart is being exploited. I don't care what people say. Said Juan.
Said Juan.
Mr. fucking Pod.
He's being properly
Juan.
remembered because WWE would never.
Wait. Mr. Positivity Juan, number one.
Well,
Daniel says the exploitation of dead Canadian who died tragically. Yeah, he's been dead for 25 years. All love to him and his family. But you know what? It's been 25 fucking years. You can all calm the fuck down.
I just don't understand what that means though. This tournament is to remember him.
Remember?
Wait, Brian. I got a question.
Remember?
Yeah, celebrate him.
This is a very serious question right now.
Okay.
Remember.
Is Rob in favor of this or against it?
Oh no.
I'm not even sure. Everything he said, I don't feel like it could translate to be what his stance is right now. I'm not sure.
I think he's offended that they're having it.
Oh shit.
No. Is that a music stand?
Yes.
It was something that should work normally for Adam, but he would fuck that up too. What's your question?
Just what's your status on this situation? So you're against the tournament?
Yeah.
Huh.
What?
How is he? But how is he? You think he's being exploited, or you think that? Well, you were just reading a comment from the board.
No,
you think he's being exploited?
The comments for the board made me go on my little rant there, but for the overall,
Rhodey's rant.
Right, but for the overall question of, do I think the tournament is exploiting him? Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry,
but it's his wife that's like the one that's okay with it and stuff, and she hasn't.
Okay, of course she is, because she's okay with it, because she's still upset with WWE, and rightfully so. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm not taking her pain away, right? I'm not taking it away, but I'm just saying, if you, we're gonna do a tournament for Owen Hart who died 25 years ago. Well, there's a lot of wrestlers that died 25 years ago, or even before that.
Or since then.
You're not doing a fucking Roddy Piper tournament.
Yeah, but he didn't fall from the
fucking roof. No, what you're doing is you're doing a tournament.
But other people died that way.
Wait. You're doing a tournament named after a wrestler who arguably died as a wrongful death from WWE, right? You're choosing the wrestler.
And they continued the pay-per-view. That was a big part of it, I think, from his wife's perspective.
I mean, that you can make that argument. That's fine. I'm talking from the AEW ownership, management, fucking EVP side. Hey, let's do a tournament. Who should we do? Owen Hart. Why? Because WWE fucked him over. Okay, so our motivation for everything we do is WWE. Yes. Okay, then we'll do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I love Owen Hart.
DP says Jericho talked Martha into it.
Why?
Right, because that's what AEW does. They want to book against WWE.
That's what I'm saying, Brian.
No, they want to celebrate his legacy.
Okay,
So why not do what DP's saying, the Roddy Piper Killer Be Kilt tournament?
How about a Barry Windham tournament? How about a fucking find who you want?
Brian Pillman
tournament. Find who you want.
There actually was a Brian Pillman memorial show, I think, back in the 90s.
Yeah, yes, but Eddie Guerrero, there's a good one.
I mean, you're talking 2021 now, 2021, AEW, which didn't exist in those days.
Yeah.
Now the only time they want to do fucking special tributes or for people that WWE is accused of wrongful death suits in. Right? I'm just saying, I love Owen, but let's be real. Owen was good. He wasn't Mount Rushmore.
He could have been.
No, come on.
Yeah,
we're 25 years.
I'm talking like his peers.
We're 25 years after his death. Can we be fucking real at this point? Can we be real at this point? Owen Hart was not a fucking a needle mover. He was Blue Blazer was fun because we didn't know it was him. And then he ended up being like the fucking third or fourth guy in a fucking a faction that had nothing to do with his genre of person at all.
It was tag champs with Yokozuna, wasn't he?
And he was in fucking Nation of Domination, the Canadian white guy in the Nation of Domination. I like Owen Hart, but this over fucking exurgence of love for him, to me is so fucking ignorant. It is all just the WWE did him wrong, so we're going to do him right. If your business model is we're just going to one-up WWE on everything we do, well then good luck for your fucking 2 more years you have in business.
Man,
I mean, seriously.
What? You've been drinking some fucking...
I've been drinking, but I'm right. I've been drinking, but I'm right. Adam? Adam?
I think this is one of those times, Rob, where I don't need to do the full recant to agree with you. I can just say I agree, and he hit many of the nails on the head and examples. There are other wrestlers that they could do tribute shows to. This isn't like Brody, who was on their roster and died tragically and somewhat suddenly in the public's eye, and they need to do a tribute show, and they do one the next year, but they've done it 2 years in a row. They've done a Brody tribute show, but to do an Owen Hart tournament when they do 4 tournaments every year, I mean, it does feel exploitive there. That's the only thing I have to add to Rob's thing. When you've already got 4 or 5 tournaments a year happening for the AEW, this one's just the one named after him.
Which takes the whole sentiment of doing it for Owen and turns that into shit. Because no, you're not doing it for Owen. You're doing it to get at WWE. If you were doing it for Owen, you wouldn't do anything for Owen. You wouldn't. Maybe you'd do a...
You want to do something for Owen, help his family.
Yeah, you don't...
I mean, they're the ones living without him.
I mean, how many fucking parents have died since Coco Beware went off the air? I mean, you could help Coco Beware out. I'm being sarcastic.
Actually,
they probably did.
Actually, parrots live so long that you have to will them to other relatives before you can adopt them.
That sucks.
Imagine you inherit a parrot from your parents.
I was being sarcastic there, but my point still stands. It's like,
You just picked the wrong animal.
I picked the wrong one. Right? The wrong one. I'm just saying, it seems shallow to me to do the tournament for him. It's shallow.
Juan says you're doing it for spite. You're right.
No.
They are.
Come on.
They are.
Come on, man.
Tony is a wrestling fan at heart. He's a wrestling fan first. Okay.
No, exactly.
He's probably a huge fan of Owen Hart.
Brian. Exactly.
But
what do wrestling fans do? What do wrestling fans do? They start podcasts and they talk shit about things they don't fucking like.
No.
And so Tony Khan, only difference is he didn't get a podcast. He got a promotion. So now he can talk shit about what he doesn't like.
Oh, man. What did you drink tonight?
Reality stew.
Yeah. Stike says Tony Khan could donate to the Owen Hart Foundation and leave it there. I mean, yeah, he doesn't need to. The exploitive television aspect is what we're talking about, Brian. It's not the exploiting his memory. If he wants to, help the foundation out and help do this and promote them that way, great. The fact that you're just naming one of your 5 tournaments a year after him It's exploitive.
5 tournaments. What if they did like a Eddie Guerrero thing? I mean, Vicky's there. Would you guys have a problem with that?
That would make a little more sense because at least Vicky's there. But again, what's the difference between Eddie than Owen or Roddy or all these other people we've named?
Eddie didn't get fucked over by WWE. WWE embraced Eddie. Eddie died. Unfortunately, Eddie died. WWE.
Eddie's heart gave out from the steroids.
Right? You can't take Eddie. If you take Eddie, you're being even more bitchy about that.
How is that bitchy though? If they just wanted to do a fucking something in his name?
No, but Eddie's been gone. Eddie's been gone damn near 20 years.
He wasn't them, man.
Listen, Wade Boggs went into the Hall of Fame as a Tampa Bay Devil Ray. He played for like fucking 1 or 2 seasons with the team.
If I'm DJing a wedding, right? I'm DJing a wedding.
Was there another Boggs episode? Is that why you know that?
No.
Right. I'm DJing a wedding, and a girl comes up to me while I'm DJing this wedding, and she says, I want you to play this song for me. This is my husband and Mai's wedding song. Well, what the fuck did that have to do with my wedding? Ain't got nothing to do with my wedding. Why the fuck would I play your wedding song at my fucking wedding? Why would I fucking do that?
That's
exactly. Why would I have Eddie Guerrero, who was a WWE mainstay and fucking top guy, why would I do a tournament for him other than to be a little bitch towards the competition? He wasn't mine.
Because his ex-wife is it? Because his widow.
I mean,
widow is
here's the biggest thing, Brian.
Again, the bride thing. If the ex-widow comes and says, "My husband was a great wrestler. You should do stuff for him." Well, he wasn't a WWE. He wasn't an AEW wrestler. We shouldn't do stuff for him. We love him. We'll honor him in his name. But to do something big is just being petty.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense because Jushin Thunder Liger should be in the WWE Hall of Fame, right? Because he wrestled so many matches.
No, he shouldn't.
But he shouldn't. He is.
Okay, but again, you can't do your Russian propaganda and your fucking whataboutism and say, well, they did this, so they should do that. One does not excuse the fucking other.
Brian, I've got to add one thing to Rob's thing here. I don't believe that you can count 10 guys on the roster that have met Owen Hart on the AEW roster.
Oh, fucking 10 guys? You're being generous.
Well, Sting's there. You know, a lot of old fuckers there.
Does Sting work with Owen?
I'm just guessing he met him.
Sting.
He probably met him.
Yeah, he met him.
Yeah, I'm sure he met him like back, yeah.
JR met him. Shivani might have met him.
JR.
Vicky
Shivani.
probably met him.
JR definitely. No,
Jericho.
Oh, JR knew him.
Vicky met him. Jericho knew him.
Vicky.
Brian Pillman Jr. probably met him.
Yeah, I already.
I mean, we're stretching here, man.
But that's what I'm saying. So this isn't a guy like if he was backstage like right now. If something were to happen to, God forbid, knock on wood, and I hope everything's well. But if something were to happen to JR now, JR is a part of AEW. They could do whatever tribute they want. That would make sense. Anybody that's nothing to do with the company it's out of spite.
AEW, you know what they should do?
Well, did you see what Stike wrote?
Hold on.
What did Stike write?
I mean, if Tony Khan was smart, what he would do that wouldn't have an immediate effect because, you don't have the fucking wow factor, but would have a long-term effect. He should have gone to every goddamn wrestling school in Canada and anywhere else around that area that Owen Hart fucking did when he was training. Go there and he should do fucking scholarships and fucking and grants and all kinds of shit in Owen Hart's name and just plaster it to all these little fucking wrestling schools just to say AEW is promoting Owen Hart at the ground level with the wishes of the wife. And then you have people coming up with AEW money under them with Owen Hart's name.
He can't do that. He's got to pay for Urban Meyer.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. There's ways that AEW could show respect to all these former wrestlers in a really great way that could benefit them long term, not in immediate PR. But they choose to not do that. Instead, they choose to make it a big deal, which is like, oh, look, WWE, look what we got. And WWE's like, you're fucking my old bitches. Oh, well, okay, cool. Have fun with it.
Tony Lopez has a good one. He says when they do the Chris Benoit Memorial, it'll also be a smack in WWE's face.
Oh, they can't. They won't do that. They won't do a Benoit Memorial.
And Brian says, breaking news, WWE's holding the Lars Sullivan Invitational next year at the NXT In Your House Nickelodeon.
Oh man, I got
More people will watch that than Double or Nothing.
It's being simulcast on the hub.
But Stike says he says Double or Nothing is going to happen in May, which is the same month that Owen died, so it'll be the 23rd anniversary of his death.
23rd. Okay. All right. 23. Damn. 23 years.
Yeah, you were just a diaper boy back then,
have
right?
people that listen to our podcast
was I?
who weren't even alive yet.
Yeah.
People that listen to our podcast that weren't even alive yet. We have a former Hall of Famer on our podcast that wasn't fucking alive.
I think he liked Owen and talked about him all the time.
He did. Yeah, I'm just saying he wasn't alive. I'm just putting perspective in it.
Inspiration.
Not taking the hate. It's, the love. I mean.
So you're the Zim? Did you confess to being the Zim?
I'm the Zim.
He confessed to being the Zim the other night. I don't know if we believe him.
He's not.
So here's the deal.
Well, we have 5 episodes to figure that out.
Here's the deal. We got 5 more Mondays left. I have Medine and Steve Austin confirmed for at least 1, if not 2 shows in the next 5 weeks. So we got them. We're gonna get Bob back in for.
Oh no!
And here's a special thing.
Marks versus Marks.
I am going to open the phone line up on our final episode.
So Chris Benoit can call.
So Chris Benoit and the Zim can call. Fire Chief John Ramsey. What was his fucking name?
Firewolf. Firewolf John Ramsey.
Firewolf John Ramsey. He can call. Hey,
that was his name. Firewolf John Ramsey.
Who was our first subscriber? What was his name? Joker. Oh. Joker can call.
Oh man.
Who's the guy you used to go to wrestling shows with when you were like a young
Cougar J.
Cougar J.
Cougar J.
Cougar J can call.
Can we get him on?
Hey, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Montez Ford and Bianca Belair, will definitely not call. We know that.
But what was who is it that had a crush on Kira? What was the guy that always called in?
Had a crush on Kira?
John
Red Wolf? I don't know.
No.
Juan? No, what Juan?
No, come on, guys.
Who called and had a crush on Kira?
There was a guy who would always he would ask like a normal question, and then at the end he would be like,
I love you, Kira.
He would be like, so Kira, what's up?
Oh, okay, that sounds familiar.
Oh, I don't remember. I remember the guy. I remember it though. I don't remember.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He'd always just like throw a little shade, like and like flirt, like, "Hey, baby," like on the way out.
Noah always asks someone.
Huh?
There was a question.
Oh, Juan's saying he's upload test.
Wow. Upload test. Our first Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Remember, we would get like a new person that would join the YouTube show, and then like Noah would be like, "Okay, I have a question to ask you." Well, I forget. Like, what the fuck was it?
Oh, say which wrestler do you want to fuck or something like that?
Yeah, that's right. It was something nasty like that. Like, who do you want to fuck?
I knew it was something aggressive. I just couldn't remember what.
It was definitely that.
I want Noah to be on the final show. I swear.
Noah came back.
He did for a minute.
Yeah, he was back for a minute.
He did for a minute. He's doing he's wrestling and shit. He's winning belts.
Dude, he's killing it in the bingo hall.
Towns, man.
No, stop being a fucker. He's doing all right. He's doing good.
He's gonna end up with Brian at GCW.
Excuse you, it's GSW.
Bob hates him. I don't hate him. You know that shit got nasty.
Bob can't take anything.
Bad. Are you guys done talking AEW? Did I cut you off?
Well, no, we're completely done. The only thing we had left was Brian's Petty Award, but Brian's not gonna say anything bad about AEW.
Petty Award for AEW.
I got a part. Oh, there it is.
Here we go. I'll say this. I complimented the face paint. To be honest, I wasn't really all that much of a fan. I was just having fun with it on the show. However, I'm upset that they didn't touch on like the TNA Sting. Like they should have done like the Joker Sting type of face paint somehow.
Why do you want everything but AEW?
Can't they have their own identity?
Yeah, you want WCW and Impact?
Oh, I forgot to tell you, TNA Rob. Undisputed Era's reunited on AEW.
Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly showed up.
There.
O'Reilly.
And he joined Fish and Cole to celebrate while the Bucks got mad, and they ran off like too cool.
Where's Roddy? Is doing the Diamond Mine.
Yeah, he's in the Diamond Mine.
But
remember, Roddy was not an original Undisputed. He joined later, so he can come later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All
This
right.
is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
Right. Strong. I appreciate it. Cool.
So,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's undisputed.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are they gonna call? What's their stable?
Disputed.
Degeneration era.
Disputed.
What about-
Yeah, that's good.
Undisputed X.
Undisputed X. X undisputed. No.
I don't know, but they
Undisputed
need
X.
to use a crotch chop as their taunt.
What about
He's like,
La Boom?
What? No. Don't talk anymore.
no.
What about Boom Shakalaka?
Boom.
What
What are we
about?
talking about?
Boom shakalaka.
It's all about that boom, Robert. Did you ever hear?
All about that boom.
Yeah.
About that boom.
Sykes
It's
Petty
all
Award
about
was
that.
Hangman's B+ comment. That was a low blow shot at Triple H. See, everything they do is a shot at WWE.
It really is. It's like really.
Oh.
The only one I see like doing shit looking desperate is AEW. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I'm not gonna lie.
Impact doesn't care about WWE,
Yeah, WWE doesn't.
Impact is doing some wild shit.
and it's because they don't care about WWE. They're just doing their thing.
AEW looks desperate. Actually, you know what? Let me say it like this: AEW looks like they have a goal that they shouldn't have.
Yeah,
They look
like
like
the
they're-
Jets winning the Super Bowl.
Right. They look like their goal is to damage WWE. That's what I perceive from everything I see in AEW. It's like they are openly saying we want to fuck up WWE.
We're all butthurt because you didn't re-sign us.
Right. And WWE, meanwhile, is doing their storylines.
I wasn't booked right.
Not considering anything that you guys are doing at all. Not even adding to our storylines. We're not gonna talk about you. You don't matter. We're not talking about you. Whatever. That's what WWE is doing. They're basically saying nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, you can have KOR. We're gonna take KO.
And I just happen. I just wish AEW would be like WWE who, and just do everything they do with an absolute not fucking WWE situation.
Yep.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about wrestlers, because I don't believe that one wrestler is a WWE wrestler or an AEW wrestler or an NXT wrestler. They're all fucking wrestlers. So I think that's stupid when people say that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just is.
Well, they all overlap
It doesn't matter.
in some way.
No, it's just stupid. It's stupid to say one wrestler is a WWE wrestler.
Yeah. MJF got pushed into a wall by Samoa Joe on NXT.
I mean, I've worked for different companies in the same field. People, when I go to Campbell's, don't go, ooh, he's a good humor worker. Nobody.
You don't
fucking
know that.
says
You just haven't heard it.
What?
You just don't hear the chatter.
That's what it is.
That's what they said.
So I think AEW would be more self-served to look this direction, away from WWE,
Yeah.
and focus completely 100% on what they are doing for the future and not even acknowledge WWE. Then what happens? Then you get a good, fair, and fun, non-vindictive fucking competition. Non-vindictive. I've seen a lot of TV shows. I love Simpsons. I love Family Guy, with the exception of one episode. I've never seen them really dig at each other, you know?
More than that.
You know?
More than that.
I'm just saying.
South Park digs at both of them.
They didn't need to do that.
Simpsons did
It wasn't their
Yeah.
identity. Like, South Park's identity wasn't, like, anti-Family Guy, you know?
No.
we
They
let them
take
both.
their shots.
And we loved them both.
Was it the Diamonds or the Dolphins pushing balls for
but
plot
you know,
lines?
Seth MacFarlane was like, that's fucking funny.
Dude, I know he was.
Oh, yeah.
I there's no way he was.
No, absolutely. So I'm saying it's cool to have some fun here and there, but just overall, don't make it your identity. You don't need to be anti-WWE. Just be pro AEW and do shit that doesn't always have to fucking go back to WWE.
Yeah. Or steal from Japan.
Yeah, whatever.
Steal from Japan.
Like the exploding ring that
I was thinking Japan.
Eddie Kingston, lay on me. Any event, Wednesdays is still here. We're still rocking, me and Brian. Holding down the fort on Wednesdays. The All Elite Hour will be out sometime between now and Monday. And Brian will discuss why he picked match of the night for the
Why?
6-man tag in
Why?
more detail.
Why?
He liked the face paint, is what he told me.
Why?
I like the face paint.
Why, bro?
I like turtles.
I
So,
do like turtles.
and we'll be back Monday for episode T-5 till the end We have 5 Mondays left, so don't miss them. If you're an old school person, just
I'm
you
gonna
only got to stay with us 5 more episodes.
I'm gonna open the phones up next week. Fucking this Monday and every Monday.
God, I am
phone
so
Every Monday, phone lines are open.
Phone lines are open.
Also, this
What's your
Monday,
number tonight?
fellas, we're gonna draw for the tattoo challenge.
704-444-0084. That what it is?
Sounds right.
Okay. Cool.
704-444-0084.
I think
Yeah.
that works.
Phone line, if it's busy, keep calling.
If it doesn't, I'll buy a new number for
Yeah.
What? Hey, Brian.
I think he froze.
Is he frozen?
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, there you
Oh,
are.
hi, Brian.
Hey, I don't know what happened. Something happened.
You had an internet stroke.
Yeah, maybe.
I have an alfalfa cowlick going. Okay. In any event, we'll be back Monday. Until then, tune in. Marked Out Wrestling Podcast for Rody Rob, Bionic Brian. I'm Adam Baum. Tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
Catch you on the flip side.
I don't even say it.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Sorry the Jew didn't tell you Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
happy fucking
The
holiday.
podcast is produced and edited.
Feliz
by
Navidad.
yours
Happy holidays.
truly,
Nope.
from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Happy Hanukkah.
Follow and listen to us
You
live
filthy
on
animals.
program on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts.
Festivus, let me air my grievances with you now, Brian.
Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.